Hello there, and thank you very much for joining us today in this new Azure Portal how-to video. Today we learn how to create an app service domain in the Azure Portal, and for that we have Yutang Ling, who is going to show us how to do it. So thank you very much for joining us, Yutang.
Hello, Jan. Thank you so much for having me. And hello, everyone out there. I hope today you are as excited as I am in learning about how to create an app service domain on the Azure portal. So before we begin, let me give you a quick background on what an app service domain is. So an app service domain is another resource on Azure where our users can be able to create and to manage domains that are hosted on the Azure DNS with just very simple click of buttons and whatnot through the Azure portal. So I hope you're all ready, and let's now begin the demo. So as you can see, right now we are on our Azure portal, and to be able to create an app service domain, all you have to do is click on the resource. Right here, I already have my app service domain just because I probably click it a lot of times and I love this resource so much. But let me show you how you can create it if you don't see the resource on the very top bar. So go ahead and create a resource, and then let's type in app service domain. So right now, you probably see two different kind of app service domain. Don't worry, these both are just exact same things. The reason why one is in preview is because we recently just launched a new create experience for an app service domain. So why not, let's go ahead and try the new version right now. So let's go and click create. To create an app service domain, it is very simple. All you have to do is just find what subscription you would like and what resource group you would like to create it in. So for mine, I would like to create it in the Azure How-To resource group just because I think it's very fitting. And now let's search for a domain. So if you want to look for a domain, you can be as creative as you want. Blueberry, muffin, potatoes.com if you like. That's totally fine because it's your domain, so you have the power. So for me, the domain I want to create is ilovebreakfast.com just because breakfast is a fantastic meal of the day, so why not? And then now we are doing some loading just because we want to be able to find out what domains are available for our users to look for and what they can purchase. So you probably don't see the ilovebreakfast.com that I typed here on the list just because this means this domain is not available for purchase. However, we make sure we provide other recommendations that are available for users based from the domain that you've put down on the search bar. So I will just go ahead and click I love breakfast with you because this is very close to what I want in the first place. And let's go ahead and click on contact information. So in this part of the page, you want to make sure you fill out all the required fields as this is also required by the ICANN. So I won't fill this out just because it might take a while for me to just go through everything. So let's just skip this portion, but make sure you do fill this out as it is required. If you're concerned about, privacy and whatnot, don't worry, I will go through that in a bit in the next tab. So now in the advanced section, as you can see, we have two different options for you. One is the auto renewal and one is the privacy protection. And first, let's talk about auto renewal. So a lot of times when your domain is about to expire and you forget to renew your domain, you risk a very high chance of losing that domain. So in order for us to avoid customers going through this problem, we just give them the option to do auto renew. So we always make sure the domains gets renewed and you would never have to risk losing your domain again. It's a really great solution to a problem. And the next one is a privacy protection. So as I mentioned previously, all that contact information you've posted, you're probably really, concerned, like, is this safe for me to put all my contact information online just because this is going to be part of like a public whois database? Don't worry, this is why we have privacy protection. If you click enable, what you let us do is that we're going to hide all your contact information from the public whois database. And not to mention, this privacy protection comes at no additional cost for you. So why not and just go ahead and enable it, as this is a great perk of having an app service domain with Azure. So with both these enabled, let's go ahead and click on the review create. Right now you probably see a failed validation just because I have not entered any of my contact information, but I have a pre-example right here. So if you have correctly filled out everything, you will not be able to see that failed validation. And all you have to do is click on create, and then you'll be able to create your app service domains. So right now, this is how it will look like for your resource view for your app service domain. As you can see, this one domain, wonder.com, is a domain that I've just created. So if you, for example, create a domain that's blueberrycheesecake.com, it's going to show up right here. One important part of this resource page is the Manage DNS Records. This is where you'll be able to update all of your different DNS records. As you can see, just do updates right here within the Azure portal, and you're able to set up your domains now going forward. And this is the very easy way of how you can create and manage your custom domains on Azure Portal. Let me take it back to you, Leon.
Thank you very much, Yulang. This is great. And thanks every one of you for watching. Please try this out and let us know what you think. Leave us a comment in the comment section. Follow us on Twitter. And look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching.